Hey, I know that things are really hard right now for so many of us, and it is painful to see our loved ones, struggling. Maybe we're struggling. Um, and it's so easy in our frustration and anger to point at people and judge how things should be different and that person should be different and that attribute sucks and have all this shame towards ourselves and I should have done this differently and I should do this better. And it was 1 o'clock in the morning and I had not gone to bed yet last night and I was taking a shower at 1 a.m. because why not? Like you, I'm off my schedule. But all as the water was pouring down on me, all I could think was, it's all okay. It's all okay. And I thought about this 1971 study that came out of Harvard that proved that our immunoglobulin levels, our immune system, I mean, people pay $5,000 or $10,000 to get immunoglobulin shots to make them more resilient and healthy and able to resist sickness. And you know how they watched people's levels go way up was when they watched a movie about love. I believe it was about Mother Teresa, and it became the Mother Teresa effect. Thinking about love and choosing love makes you resilient. Well, you know what that means? That means the opposite is also true. If we are meditating on what's wrong with somebody, what's wrong with our history, what's wrong with ourselves, what's wrong with the media, what's wrong with the president, what's wrong with like everything. If you're focused on this negativity, it makes your brain stop working the way that it's supposed to. Like Dr. Carolyn Leaf shows how all the healthy pathways in your brain start becoming emaciated and you look like a tree in wintertime, where you're made for love and connection, and that makes your brain work productively. And we know from the science of stress and anxiety that when you're under stress, all that blood leaves your prefrontal cortex and you lose your ability for creativity and for seeing solutions right in front of you, and you become miserable. And so hell is like being cut off from the life of God. I mean, there's probably a real hell someday I believe that. But in this moment right here, when we have the chance to bring the kingdom of God to earth and live heaven on earth and live like Jesus did, where he would always say, the kingdom of heaven is among you. And he would bring healing from heaven. He would demonstrate what heaven was like. He would demonstrate what God was like. It was always, always, always love. And so last night, I just wrote all these attributes about people that I'm struggling with. And I decided I'll love your anger because it shows you're passionate. And I'll love your kindness because it shows that you care. And I'll love your sullenness because it shows that you're processing. And I'll love your laughter because it's such a gift. And like even towards myself, I'll love my messiness because it shows I'm creating. And I'll love my creativity because it creates some beauty. And I will love my overwhelm because it's part of my genius. And I will love my teaching because it encourages souls. And my prayer for you right now is that you will look at other people and choose to love the highest and best that's in them, but also choose to love, thanks, Elizabeth, choose to love what sucks. Because yes, we are all deeply flawed, but we're also all deeply awesome. So why not love both? And life right now, it's hard. And there's so much uncertainty. But guess what? We know that out of the worst struggles can come the greatest life. We know that no matter what happens, there's something good on the other side. I feel like the worst that can happen is still going to bring life. I remember laying in my in-laws' house once. I was on the floor, I think, just falling asleep. And I had these ear headphones. I don't know what it was, listening to the Bible. And, I think it was Paul was saying, I know that no matter what happens, God will bring me safely to his heavenly kingdom. And I remember sitting up going, whoa, what? No, that's not safety. What? And I rewound it and I listened again. I know that whatever happens, God will bring me safely to his heavenly kingdom. I'm like, well, that sucks. What if you had to get there with your head cut off? I'd rather, I'd rather think something else. Like that my answers to prayer look like this, and this. But guess what? I know farther in the end that it's going to be good. Like, we don't know when things turn for our good. We don't know when life springs out of death. We don't know when the sun rises again, but we kind of do. We kind of know that every night the sun goes down, and we don't curse the darkness every night. We don't shake our fist at God and say, F you, that sun goes down, it's dark half the time. We don't say that because we know it's part of life. The sun comes up, the darkness comes up. Sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it's rainy, sometimes storms come that wash too much away. But guess what? It's all part of a beautiful life. Sometimes people make us so mad and they're deeply flawed and we think they shouldn't be that way. But guess what else? The Redeemer thinks they're perfect because he is not counting men's sins against them. And he's got a plan. And he's got redemption, and he's got healing, and he's got wholeness. And so I've been thinking lately about light waves and how they go up and they go down. And if you only have half a light wave, there's no light. It takes both. It takes, I don't know what, photons and what's the other one? I forget. But it takes a whole wave to make light. It takes the good and the bad. That's why it's beautiful right now to see all the kindness of people, to see the generosity of people, to see people coming together, to see families bonding. Whatever's awful going on, there's something beautiful happening at the same time. And in all those things that we're casting judgment on, I'm just asking, let's let go of all the judgment. And then why not just choose to love it all? Why not choose to embrace the hard and the beautiful, the painful and the pleasant, the angry and the amazing? That will make you so much more resilient, because right now something good's happening. Right now, the law of faith says it. Right now, faith is given substance to things hoped for. Well, if you're in fear, that's a faith. And instead of giving substance to things hoped for, it gives substance to things you dread. And all of that's born out of a low level. And so we always have the choice to be motivated by love or motivated by fear. And judgment is motivated by fear. So if we can love instead, love the good, the bad, the uncertain, the certain, love it all, like trust God that it's all taking us higher, then our immune system thrives, our relationships thrive, our health thrives, our mindset thrives. So that is just what I want to share. Let's embrace it all. There's something beautiful. So that's what's on my mind. I'll be teaching some more later. But listen, let's let go of judgment. Just let go of judgment. Let's go of judgment. Let it go. All that judgment, just let it go. And all this acceptance and certainty and settledness, it will let you see opportunities that you did not know existed. All right? That's what's on my mind. I'm going to go paint now because I need to make something beautiful. This painting, I didn't like it. It was blue and orange. It was too equal, too much, you can't have equal parts of something in a painting because it's boring and it doesn't work. So I changed it, and now I have to put in different elements. Maybe I'll videotape it and see if that works later. All right. I love you. Thanks, Jay. Bless you too. Elizabeth, bless you. Hey, the best is yet to come, but only when we embrace the good and the bad, the ugly and the beautiful. There's life in all of it. Okay? I love you. And I think you're beautiful all the time, even in all your perfect imperfections. Okay? I'm in your corner. Love you. Hey, also, if anyone wants a coaching session, they want to work with me on mastering your own mindset, you can get on my calendar at meetwithgina.com. So, meetwithgina.com. All right? Love you. Love you, Sarah. Bye.